Hey everybody, my name is Tony Park. I am one of many clarinetists here in New York City. Today is going to be all about the A clarinet. And so I'm going to be featuring two clarinets. One is my own that just got here after an overhaul from Los Angeles, California. And the other one, the other A clarinet, just came today from Hengshui Shi Hebei, China. Sorry for butchering my Chinese. Okay, so why do I have two A clarinets? Well, the other one that I just spoke about regarding the overhaul, I just got it used. It's a Buffet Crampon vintage R13A clarinet. It was in decent shape when I got it, but it wasn't sealing all that well, so I just, I didn't want to deal with little repairs, so I just sent it to one of my favorite repair people in California, and she worked on it, and she sent it back to me, and I'm so excited to open it. And it just got here today. And the other one, the Chinese clarinet, just got here today also. So it's a little freaky, to be honest. Two A clarinets arriving at the same time. So yeah, so the story about that one is I bought this about 2 months ago, but it just got here today because the first one got lost in the mail or something, or it got held up at customs, I don't know. So they sent me another one, which is super nice of them. What else to say about this one? So it came in a package like this. So I opened it, and in it is another box that says clarinet in it. And my own clarinet, or A clarinet that I bought before this one, came in this little bigger kind of box. Anyway, I'm so excited to go through them both and show you each instrument in detail. Alright. Okay, so let's go through this one first. I'm gonna lower this so that you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to do that. Oh. Oh, I guess this, let me see. I'm not sure why this is, oh, I guess it's stuck. Alright, I'll just have to rip it. It's fine. Okay, wow, it's pretty well packaged actually. Yeah, I'm actually really impressed with the packaging for this instrument. Now, the company is called Yinfente, and I ordered this A clarinet from eBay, and they are located in China, I believe. Nice hard case with soft fake leather. I'm assuming it's fake leather. Fake leather padding. Let's just get rid of this. Doesn't smell all that great, but it doesn't smell terrible. It smells like, chemicals. Which, if you're getting this for your kid or something, I don't know, not the best. Oh, the classic gloves that tend to come with Chinese instruments. So maybe I should wear them. Maybe they're asking me to wear them before touching them so that I can return them in clean condition. Oh, oops, the other way. Okay. Okay, all right. Here we are. Oh my God. There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't know if you can, let's focus there. Okay. Whoop. So the thing that just fell is Yinfente. What does it say? It's a certificate. Okay, that's cool. Do not eat. I don't know why I just took this off. I guess it's too warm. It's got like a polishing cloth of some sort. It's got a business card. Another polishing cloth? Okay. A cork grease that I'll probably never use. Oh, so when I opened this, the clarinet was kind of shifted out of its little slot, so that's not a great sign. But the lower joint seems like it's in its place pretty well. Very sturdy. Actually, it's very snug fit. That's really impressive. Except this wasn't so great. The lower joint, upper joint wasn't great fit. The lower joint was. So, something to keep in mind. Oh wow, 2 barrels. One was inside the bell, and the other one was here. Comes with the mouthpiece, ligature mouthpiece cap, and a reed in there. I probably won't use any of this. Wow, it's very shiny. And the lower joint. Actually, let me just put my glove back on. So just to give you guys an idea of the hardware, once again, these things, this, and this. So that's the bell, barrel, mouthpiece ligature, mouthpiece cap, lower joint, and upper joint. Everything looks okay so far, and of course the gloves. And the case seems pretty sturdy, actually. Nice. It's not like moving up and down. Sometimes one of these kind of like shift, and because this comes loose. I mean, it might still come loose, but right now it seems pretty good. Yeah, nice case. The reason why I ordered a clarinet from this company specifically is because I have a friend who just ordered a C clarinet from them, and although he needed to get some work done on it to make it play in good tuning, it still played pretty well. So I thought, I'm not really losing that much, $150 on an A clarinet. So I thought I'll take a chance and make this video for you guys so you can decide. So I'm just gonna go ahead and unwrap everything. Maybe I should put the gloves back on. Okay. Let me see. Although I'll probably take them off again because I don't really like wearing gloves when I'm playing clarinet. Okay, another don't eat stuff. Okay, so you can go here. So for now, I'll just open the packaging for the body of the clarinet, as in the upper joint, lower joint, bell, and the barrel. Okay, working okay. Looks like the bridge mechanism might be kind of bent, but that might just be how it's set up. Oh, yeah, that's just how it's set up. Here. Okay, so one thing that's interesting about this clarinet, compared to, I need to bring my cork grease, but, so, this one doesn't have any branding on it, which is interesting because other clarinets I've seen from China, they usually have, I don't know, Mendini, Jay-Z, Sicilio, you know, those branding stamped on the body of the clarinet. But this one does not have anything. And this one, of course, doesn't say what length this is. And I'm willing to bet the two barrels in here are two different lengths for different tuning. Yep. This one's slightly longer. Actually, this one's a lot longer. Okay. So I'll just stick with the longer one for now. Oh wow, this one doesn't go all the way in, and I just have to bring my mouthpiece and the cork grease to give it a toot. So before doing that, let's go to my actual professional clarinet. So I'm going to take off my gloves and then go to my clarinet. So this one, I'm sure is packaged very, very well. Yeah, I guess I didn't need to show you unpacking or unboxing of this one because it's not new. But I thought some of you might be still, wow, that's a lot of plastic. Holy, wow, that's, okay. And then there's my clarinet. I think basically this was wrapped in the plastic, but things shifted and it's just kind of ended up in a corner, which isn't the greatest, but we'll see. So I'm just gonna open this case, reed and squeak case. All right, this is my clarinet right here. It looks pretty much like brand new. Oh, there's shims in there I need to take out. And the shims are put in place so that when it's shipping, the keys don't get bent, basically. Okay. Yeah, very excited for this instrument. Excited for the other one too, but don't have very, very high hopes for that one. Yeah, this one basically looks brand new, to be honest, to my eyes. Okay, all right. Okay, so while I'm getting set up here with my two clarinets and my mouthpiece and my cork grease, actually, forgot about the cork grease. The reason why I bought the Chinese A clarinet was because it was basically for my students. Not everyone can afford, you know, like nowadays I think most A clarinets go for over $4,000, and not every non-music majoring or even music majoring students can go for that kind of budget for their clarinet. So I thought, you know, for people who don't play a lot of A clarinet, maybe this would suffice. But I might be way too optimistic with this clarinet, but we'll see. I have heard that these instruments, the Chinese instruments, are getting better each year, basically. bridge mechanism was a little bent. I bent it too much. Okay. Yeah, this, if you see here, this key right there, let me focus. So those two keys working in junction, so together they're called the bridge mechanism on the clarinet. And you want them basically flush. You don't want this to overcompress, the top one to overcompress the lower one, and you don't want there to be any gap. This one right now is pretty good, but I just set it there because this one was compressing on this one too much, and you can see this is bent. So I think basically they made the post here too tall, so the key had to be bent that way. So not off to a great start. So another thing I would look for when you buy a clarinet, or when you're trying a clarinet, you're making sure the long B mechanism, these two guys, come down at the same time. And sometimes these keys move and they go down, and then each one of them gets caught in under the side of the tone hole or something like that. So make sure they are in line of the tone holes. These are coming down pretty, actually it feels pretty good. I'm surprised. All right. And they're coming down at the same time, or more or less the same time, let's say. I would need to check with the feeler gauge to be sure. So, okay. So as I was saying anyway, so some places you would find the use for the A clarinet are youth orchestra, or just playing chamber music. For example, the Mozart Clarinet Quintet, the Mozart Clarinet Concerto, of course, the Brahms Clarinet Quintet, the Brahms Clarinet Trio. They're all written for a clarinet in A, in some way or another form. The Mozart ones are written for bassett instruments, but we'll get into that later. They're basically some sort of A clarinet. So let's give it a listen. Yinfente A clarinet. Sorry, my reed is too soft for the high note, but. So, honestly, not bad. The keys feel much better than I thought they would. Of course, there's some kind of weird, how should I say this? It doesn't feel, of course, the same as when I play the wooden instruments that I'm used to playing. So let's go to now the vintage R13 clarinet. And this is the first time I'm playing these instruments after I took them out of the box. So this, might not even play, because, sometimes in shipping, things shift around, but this one seems pretty good. The other one seems good too. Doesn't work, but sorry. Really, there's no comparison, but the other one doesn't sound bad either. Now let's go through them each one by one and see what they're like. So this one The Buffet Vintage is all made of wood. The body is anyway. And I got my tech to use a synthetic cork. So I think it's some kind of Valentino pads, I'm not sure, on the upper joint, because I don't really play A clarinet as much as I used to when I was in college. I use my B flat a lot every day, but A clarinet not so much. So when you just put your clarinet in storage, you know, and then the wood kind of changes with the heating or the building or whatever, and pads shrink or something like that after having played, you know, things are gonna shift and it's not gonna be an adjustment anymore, even if you just had gotten it overhauled. So I wanted those changes to be minimal, so I wanted to try all synthetic pads basically on this time around. I think actually the register key pad is a cork pad. The rest, I forget what these pads are called. I think they're some kind of synthetic skin pads or leather pads or something like that. Yeah, but it feels really good. Nice. Okay. And you know, standard number of keys, 17 keys. One thing that I did notice when I was playing the A clarinet made by Yinfente, the keys felt good, but the intonation to me sounded pretty funky. Oh, the register key pad is torn in the middle. I don't know if you can see that, but let me see if I can focus with my little iPhone. I can't, but so the middle of it is torn. I can just replace that. All right. The craftsmanship doesn't look horrible, but you can see like the cork job is not as pristine as, you know, the Buffet overhaul job. I mean, these are little things that really don't matter, but I'm just going visually because sometimes it can be telling of what kind of instrument you are actually getting. And you can see sometimes that, you know, with cheap instruments, that tone holes, the surfaces are quite sharp. And why that matters is, first of all, I think that occurs due to, you know, trying to turn out as many instruments in a shorter period of time as possible. And then, you know, heat of the blades, I guess, and this, you know, made of plastic or hard rubber or whatever, you know, it doesn't leave the finishes very well. It can be sharp or kind of jagged. So what can happen with those tone holes is that it can actually cut through the pads, which would cause leaks, and then you'll feel a lot of resistance here as you're playing, and that can't be good for many reasons. Intonation, just, you know, playability, articulation, yeah. But really, yeah. I mean, I would never play this professionally, just because the intonation already seems kind of funky to me, and that, you know, since I do this for a living, I play for a living, I can't really rely on instruments like this, otherwise I won't be able to play for a living anymore. But this one feels really nice, so much better than before I sent it away, so I'm really glad. Yeah, really excited to work on music on this. But now I'm going to play some excerpts, whatever I can remember right now, just to show you guys a little bit more of what they sound like. And I'm just using a Richard Hawkins, the older one, R-facing mouthpiece with Van Doren reed and a ligature by BG. So yeah, let me start with the Yinfente. I'll do one close-up and a little farther away. and this is the long barrel, and it's still very sharp. Yeah, but it feels good. The keys feel good, and they don't feel like they're gonna go out of adjustment like in 2 minutes. It feels pretty sturdy. I'm really impressed. Mostly impressed so far by the key work. Anyway, I'll play more stuff. Not bad. Now my buffet. Okay, now a little bit farther away. So that was my buffet, and this is the Yinfente. Yinfente Crampon. Just kidding. So at this point, I don't like I live in New York City, so I can't really hold on to too many things that I don't really need, and I really want to return this clarinet. But since they sent me 2 clarinets, I think that would make me a bad person if I send this back. Yeah, and it was only I actually haggled them down too, so it was only $130 total or something like that. So I think I will hold on to this for a student. In the meanwhile, I'll go to people of higher expertise and try to work on the intonation of this clarinet, and I'll try to keep you updated on that. And of course, the buffet I'm definitely keeping because I just bought it. I bought it used, so that's how I could afford it. I think new, this clarinet is probably close to $5,000 or over $5,000. I can't be sure. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I hope you got something out of this. Please leave any comments or, I don't know, questions about either of these clarinets, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.